I don't know. It's just my opinion. Yeah, again, I commend you for that, man. Vincent Booker saying, shout out Tosha Dearborne and Sheldon J. Think about a radio. So much love. Them down for what? Then Natasha made another comment. That's my sis, Tosha Dearborne. Look at that, getting all the love tonight on Motivation Monday. Can you dig it? I love the man. I love the listener participation because, again, there's so much stuff on the internet that you guys can listen to. There's so many things that's vying for your attention. And so for you guys to take a few minutes and tune in and think about a radio, the Motivation Mondays, we talk about something that's absolutely going to be epic, man. That's 100%. That's us on 1,000. We ain't going to talk about 100. We don't put this on 1,000. Can you dig it? So sometime we talk about being dimmed down, right? And your light and stuff like that. How do you feel about sometimes when you hear people say the people that are closest to them are some of the ones that make them feel the worst?
Oh, that hits home for me because my family was the one.
I mean to be hitting on home and stuff.
Yeah, they hit home with me. You right in the ballpark. Actually, my family was the ones that told me those things. It wasn't the outsiders. It was the ones right up under me that told me I wasn't going to be able to do this or why was I going back to school. They were the ones that told me those things. I didn't have those people in my corner that was pushing me to go do other things or pushing me to be positive or pushing me to know who I am. I didn't have those people in my corner. So that's why I turned around as my kids got older. God started showing me that I needed to reach back to my own kids to make sure that they were aware of who they are and what they can do.
That's it's amazing how we can go through things in life. Like say a person that has go through a lot of love and stuff in life, and they take for granted, I think, the amount of love that they have. And so they may have kids that they don't necessarily spend enough time with or give enough love to, because they had it, right? Or you have someone that, that didn't have that. And all of a sudden now they're on a mission to where they're going to give that, to their kids on a regular basis. It's just funny how sometimes life works that way, though. And to me, it's really painful when I hear people say that the people that were supposed to nurture them and care for them and make sure that everything else in the outside world wouldn't come touch them inside that household, if you will, was some of the main people that caused the pain and aggravation and the hurt, that formed them, and so it pains me sometimes to hear stories like that. But at the end of the day, there's greatness that comes from that, because had that not happened, right, look where you are now.
Right. And that's what turned it around, is because I knew what they were saying was not true. I knew there was other capabilities for me to be able to move outside of who they defined me as, and for me to find out who I was. It took a while, don't get me wrong, but when I finally gripped the hold to it, it was like, okay, I know I have purpose for something else. And when God started showing me what my purpose was, I started walking in it, and I haven't stopped. I haven't turned around and looked back. Not since this day, I have not looked back at all, because I know somebody else needs what I can give to them, and that's being transparent, being upfront with them about every situation that they come to me about, whether it's teenage pregnancy, whether it's the issues at school, self-esteem, low self-esteem, whether it's insecurities, leaving some areas where they can heal from. That are the things that I can go back and tell them, because I done been through it.
Yeah, yeah. What nothing better than live experience, right? School of hard knocks, if you will, right? There's nothing there's nothing better. There's nothing better or nothing worse, I guess, than school of hard knocks. I got a question for you as well, though, real quick. I'll read this real listener comment. Brandon Whiting, Miss Dearborne seemed to be more proactive, not just talking. Actions speak louder than words. So say you got proactive by that negative rejection that you got. That's a beautiful thing. Miss Christy Bishop said, when family try and kill your light, but to be able to withstand this negative talk, them down for what? That's what's up. That's what's up. Solid. That's the thing about it, though. And like I said, it's really painful, again, to go through those kind of things. But again, look at you now and look what you're able to become and what able to do, because that negativity, it didn't define you. It didn't defeat you. It made you stronger than ever. It made you stronger than ever, because, again, you had a made up mind that their vision of you or version of you wasn't the end all be all, because God shined his light on you. And that's just a beautiful thing to know that, though. And I really am. I'm sad for those young kids that don't know that. I'm sad for adults that don't know that, and they don't walk in their purpose, on purpose. I say this all the time. Don't live a life without purpose on purpose, right? Because you are here and you are absolutely special. So you can't kill a kid's dream. Have you ever seen like little kids when they run around and stuff and they just got full of dreams and energy, right? Until somebody tells them what they can't do.
Right. And it just takes one word. It don't even take one word for them to know that, what somebody has told them, it can take away and shut down everything that they ever dreamed about.
It can.
And just shatter their whole little world, and they wouldn't even think to that, I can change this around, because they don't know that perspective that they already had put into place. It now shifted. So they can change it around, but they need the right people around them. It's about your support system. It's about the people that you're connected to. You gotta have some people that's in your corner that's willing to push you
to be great, to be absolutely great. Right. And sometimes, which is so funny though, most of the time these people would not be related to you. There would be people that you meet on your journey that's going through some of the same thing, and they'll become brothers and sisters, but not by blood. Just by the situation and circumstances that they go through, so they identify with one another in each other's struggle, if you will, right? And that's just crazy to me that sometimes it has to be, because just in a common sense perspective, you would think, well, you know what? If anyone is going to support you, it's going to be family, right? If anyone's going to have your back, it's going to be those people. But a lot of times I hear so many stories of where that's sometimes where the biggest pain comes from. But at the same time, there's, females, they say when they have babies and stuff, they say it hurt a lot, right? So there's a lot of pain, but there's no birth, there's no life through pain, unless you have the pain. So I guess it's a process, I guess, that you have to go through, or I guess I'd rather say grow through, right? You grow through those things and then you keep moving from there. Let me ask you a question, man. We talk about time and attention and self-esteem and things of that nature. What is your opinion on the effects of social media and self-esteem?
Social media and self-esteem. If you don't have high self-esteem and you're on social media, you will get your likes down, because you're looking for those likes. You're looking for those followers. You're looking for those people that's going to comment on everything that you post or share. Everybody is not going to do that, because they just don't, they don't look at it as, that's my friend, I'm going to support her, or I'm going to do this and that. I can tell you, I can count on one hand, how many of my friends actually support what I do, or family that support what I do. So I look at social media as just a place of networking, and a place of, you can meet your family on there. I've met plenty of my family on there that I've never met in person. But at the same time, don't look for the love in those people to make sure that you are doing the best that you can and what you're trying to do, because those are not the people that's going to support you. It's going to be somebody that's not like you said, that's not attached to you, or somebody that's not in your circle. The people on there are just for entertainment. It's not for knowing who you are. Because if you know who you are, you're not going to focus so much on what the social media has going on.
That's true. That's very true, man, because sometimes you tend to think that that's the only thing out there and the only outlet, and you stay online, and then all this offline personal relationships you refuse to build, or you fail to build correctly, because you're just so focused on these appearance and these likes, that these the endorphins, I guess, that they release to make you feel good, about those about getting those likes and shares and all that stuff. But as you say, if there's no true action on the field, then it is what it is. It really doesn't mean anything. It's fool's gold, if you will.
Right.
You're right about that, man. A couple of comments when you were talking about family and stuff like that, though, man. Natasha stated, that's why I teach mine that no one can stop you from being what you want, nor stop your vision or dream, but you. Only you can stop you from succeeding. Then Vincent Booker said, feels like I've been knowing all of you my entire life. That's what I'm talking about, V-Book. That's what I'm talking about, Vincent Booker. Feel like I've been knowing you my entire life too, my brother. It's all good. But see, energy connects, though, right? Like energy connects, because, again, we came from a great place. We came from a peaceful place. We came from a loving place. So that love that we all have, that love is familiar. That love is a familiar spirit that bonds. And so that's why there's such a familiarity, because, again, we're taking the time to go speak to the youth, to the young kids, to the people that need to get what we have to offer and going to remember something that someone says. They may not take everything from everybody, but they're going to be able to take something from someone to say, man, I am glad I showed up and was able to get that. I was glad I showed up and was able to receive that information because, again, we don't take for granted how it is when you to not have it balanced in your life, to have someone tell you you're not going to be anything, you're not going to be this, you're not going to be whatever, because they feel like they have the God-given, information on your life. He gave them the memo on what's going on with them. Now, they can't get the pick 5 right for nothing. The pick 3 right in the lotto. Can't get that right for nothing, but they know everything about your life. And then where are you in your mind to where you are receptive of that information, right? And because when you're a young kid, you look at them as the position of authority. So we're shaping their minds or we're destroying them. We got to figure out our role in this thing. So for you to do the positive express, to be positive in the midst of this negative world that we're dealing with, even in the midst of quote unquote friends. I say that in air quotes because we use that word really, really loosely. But in a realm of that, you still take the time to say, y'all matter. You guys matter. You guys are special, man. That is planting, like I said, that is planting seeds that's going to just grow and grow because they're going to impart that same wisdom on their children, right?
Right.
It just goes that way, though, man. I know sometimes, man, to the listeners, I know it's hard sometimes to continue to just be positive and rah-rah because I know life happens. I know it does. Life happens. Sometimes you'll make a call to the bank and be like, look here, I know I had more money in there than I had. Man, I be calling the bank so much my wife think I'm cheating. She's like, who you calling? The bank? You calling them again anytime of the night? They pick up for your boy. But anyway, so the thing about it, man, is that because you have to just keep going no matter what and realize that the process is where the enjoyment comes in. Because if you just start love what you do and continue to get up every single day and doing it, eventually everything else is going to start clicking. And just like you did. You didn't stop. Dim down for what? You said from a hashtag that you saw, then you had the vision, and you couldn't rest until you got it done, and now you got an all-out event going on Saturday.
Yeah. That's how it went. And the vision is even bigger than just the event that's happening this weekend. I see it going on tour. I see it going to different states because in other states, the same message needs to be relayed to those kids as well.
Yes. Yeah, you're definitely right. You're definitely right, man. Well, I tell you what, they got to get the ticket. I mean, if you guys don't have your ticket for the Positive Express, I don't know what you're waiting on. Get your ticket to get on the Positive Express because, see, we just talk about this tip because when you look at an iceberg, right, the big old iceberg in the ocean or wherever the icebergs are, over out in Antarctica, if you will, right, you only see the top of it. You don't see how deep down it goes up under that water. Right, how big it is, you just see that tip. So with this program, as you just say, that's just the tip of it, and that's absolutely tremendous that we're able to catch it on this grassroots level, if you will, right? And then be able to spark something because that's how it spreads and that's how it goes. And like I said, I just got so much excitement again just to meet everyone that's going to be there. Everyone on the panel. I want to shake their hands, man. I want to shake the hands of every kid that's going to be there. I want to position myself. Because I want to be able to just connect because that is so special, man, to be able to do that and be chosen. Because see, many are called and few are chosen, right? And the harvest is plenty, the labors are few. We ain't gonna just sit up and quote scriptures and all that. What I'm simply saying though is that I understand that the mission is great out here, and only so many people are going to really want to look at that because we look at the glitz and the glamour and the big flashes and the stuff like that. This is the groundwork right here, and a lot of times you don't get that credit for coming in on this groundwork. But this is where I'd rather be no other place.
Right.
Battlefield, man. On the battlefield, man. Fighting with these soldiers, man. On this dim down for what? Fighting with these soldiers, man. Getting it in. Now, was it hard to connect with people when you started talking about, what this vision was and stuff like that? Was it hard putting it together?
It wasn't so hard as finding like the speakers or people that's going to be able to be a part of it. It was just more of the, the background work, getting everything prepared and making sure that we got enough of this, enough of that. But